Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia, and this is the Frontline Changes report for the past 2 days, the past 48 hours, up to this point with the latest geolocation from my trusted sources. So for the day of 1046 to 1047 for the 4th to the 5th of January. So we have quite a number of frontline change, very significant ones as well. So I'm going to turn off this before I forget. So we're going to start off with the Kursk front. There was a geolocation over in the northern flank, just west of Orlovka. Ukrainian forces has been geolocated, allegedly, according to the description of the video. They are redrawing from this area. They're located here, getting under attack, which also means that the Russians are not here, which means this area here is invalidated. The Russian claims are invalidated. So the regions around Orlovka and the west of Orlovka is under Ukrainian control. So this area is pretty big. This entire forest region and the fields around it is around 2.54 square kilometers. So that's all from Orlovka. There is no geolocation regarding the Ukrainian attack towards Berdin. This was noted by the Russian Defense Ministry, and they even have a lot of video footage to show the Ukrainian attack towards Berdin. And so far, initial information is that it's a failure. It's like they have just over 10 vehicles with 2 tanks and something like that. Then yeah, it's largely destroyed by those drones and artillery. But yeah, and then the Ukrainians are very angry about it. But what do I expect? Like a company size attack, armored company size attack. What do they expect? So anyway, the Russians also in the south of Sudzha have expanded control. This is based on Crimea Capri's mapping. Hey, where's my geolocation? Where it went to? Give me a second. Okay, got it. Yeah, forgot. Don't know where the geolocation went to. So Russian forces geolocated here, and so this confirms the Russians have expanded control since their last geolocation, entering further into Manovka, and so basically expanding the control. There is also a good possibility that the Russians may have taken even Cherkasskaya, Konopelka, and the surrounding regions around here. Like there is a possibility, but tentatively, I cannot just map it like this because there's no clear indication. Ukrainian forces are geolocated previously, just before this geolocation in the south. So they are definitely in battle close to this region here. The total distance traveled at Manovka is around 1.5 kilometers. So this is a pretty big area. So let's see how this continue to play out. So that's the other frontline change over in the Kursk front. The next frontline change, we jump all the way to the Pischany front. At the Pischany front, there is a small geolocation change, a small frontline change in the east of Zarizove. Russian forces geolocated around here, so basically not changing the front line very slightly. So not very significant for this. For the south, after Lozova, is at Ivanivka. So this is the most significant one. The Russian forces have crossed the river, the Zerebets River, or at least this lake, which is linked to the Zerebets River. Russian forces previously was geolocated here as they crossed the causeway in an attack towards Ivanivka. The latest geolocation shows them going south, and which means that they have expanded control of Ivanivka, basically capturing half or more, actually more than half, like 80% of Ivanivka. And of course, the mapping, because this water body, no one can be here. So this is all under Russian control right now. So this is the frontline change in this area here. So very significant. The distance traveled is around, I think, yeah, less than 500 meters. So, but this is a very significant. If the Russians have a foothold here, they'll be able to push out. So very, very significant. Which means the Ukrainians lose their defense line. Of course, the Ukrainians have built another defense line here because they know they're going to lose that Zerebets River position. But let's see. This kind of defense line, it's not going to work out in today's Ukraine war due to the advent of the fat bombs. So after Ivanivka, the next frontline change is over at Toretsk. So over at Toretsk in the new Toretsk front, Russian forces have expanded control again over this is the northwestern part of Toretsk, with Russian forces geolocated in a new position, expanding their zone of control as they slowly take over the city. The distance traveled is around 200-300 meters, depending on where you measure it from. So this is also a very significant development. Any information from Thorax is pretty significant because this is a battle, city battle. So moving on from Thorax, after Thorax is we go all the way to the Pokrov front. In the northern flank of the Pokrov front, the Russians are starting to break through from quite a number of areas here. As you can see, over in the Vozdvizenka region, Ukrainian mapping has confirmed that the Russians have gained more grounds in Vozdvizenka. They stop short of mapping in the way that makes them concede the entire village. And the Russians' attack towards Baranivka was shown in the attack in the frontline change that shows Russian forces moving north of Alexandrivka. And so this is the frontline change tentatively. But of course, gray zone is much bigger as the Russians are pushing towards Baranivka right now. And there's also one geolocation over Yelizavetivka, which is very shocking with the Russians doing a mechanized attack. Through this gap, there's a small dirt road around here, through the gap, attacking towards Yelizavetivka. So there's the frontline change in this area here. So these are all the different frontline changes in this sector. The Yelizavetivka one is maybe around 2 kilometers in terms of the incursion. So the one at near Baranivka, this is around 1 kilometers almost. So these are frontline changes in this sector, with the Russian forces making the Ukrainian guess where is the main push, where is the real push. Is it here? Is it towards these areas? No, or is it going to Vodiany Druhi? So no, let them guess, or maybe all of them. So after Yelizavetivka, the next frontline change is over at Petropavlivka, over in the KURAKHOVE sector. There is a flag raising over in the center of Petropavlivka, with the Russian forces expanding their control, which means that they have entered, and there's a good chance that they may have already fully captured, because the flag raising does also suggest that they may have more stable control around these areas. So we shall see how the more information comes out later. Over in Shevchenko, Russian forces continue to push on, and they are now at maybe around 80-85% capture of Shevchenko. So that's another advancement over the frontline change over in this area. And the next frontline change is over at KURAKHOVE, and DPA declares KURAKHOVE captured by the Russian forces. With this geolocation at the very western edge of the KURAKHOVE, and this is to me full capture of KURAKHOVE. So DPA will now declare KURAKHOVE captured by the Russian forces due to this latest geolocation. And south of KURAKHOVE, there is expansion of control with the Russians push out from the entrenchment line towards the forest line, and the Ukrainian mapping also concedes. This is by Deep State UA, concedes everything in this salient here, with the Russian forces capturing all of these areas here. So the total area distance is around 2 kilometers in terms of this length. So these are all the frontline changes over the past 48 hours. So let's do a calculation. So the curse is 2.54 for the Ukrainians. Total area captured in square kilometers. So for the Russians, the biggest, of course, is over at KURAKHOVE due to the collapse of the southern region. The salient has collapsed. And we have Pokrov due to this big expansion of grounds in the northern flank. So let's count 0.86 plus 0.63 plus 0.85 plus 0.17 plus 4.57 plus 6.74. So total area captured by the Russian forces in the past 48 hours is around 13.82 square kilometers. So this is pretty consistent to the previous few days of frontline change. It's less than 10 kilometers per day, but it's still, advancement anyway. So anyway, thank you for watching. Press the like button, subscribe. I'm now going to go into the DPA open mic. So I see you over there, and let's talk about the war. And I'll see you guys in the next update.